Rembrandt's painting, The Return of the Prodigal Son, has many layers. As I continue meditating on the different characters in the painting, they bring me to points of self-reflection. Am I seeing something in them or something in myself? We already looked at the character hiding in the background. I move next to the two characters who are observing this amazing act of love and mercy. There's the young woman leaning against the wall and the man sitting. Let's look first at the man sitting with his leg crossed. To me, it looks like he's clutching something, maybe a book. He's a bit hard to read. His face is sort of neutral. He's watching. I read a comment by someone who suggested this was the father's business manager or bookkeeper. That sort of makes sense when thinking about the parable. He could be sitting there with his ledger, knowing this son deserves nothing more from the estate. This character is so close to what is going on, but it doesn't seem to matter what is said or done. He won't be swayed. The ledger is closed, and he's there to make sure it stays that way. Thinking of the larger story of the four Gospels, this character makes me think of the Pharisees, the religious leaders. If you go to the beginning of Luke 15, verse 2 says, "And the Pharisees and the scribes were grumbling and saying, 'This fellow welcomes sinners.' So Jesus told them some parables, one of which was the parable of the prodigal son. Over and over in the Gospels, we are told the religious leaders were nearby, following Jesus, approaching Jesus, watching, waiting to test Jesus, or even to trap him. They came near, but they came saying, 'I know what I want from you. This is what I want you to be. Meet my expectations. Prove yourself.' If I'm honest, I can do that too, especially with all the noise of media, culture, politicians, books, or even some religious leaders. It's easy to approach God saying, 'This is who I want you to be. This is what I want you to do.' The second observer is the young woman leaning against the wall. She too is watching, but her eyes convey a sense of wonder. She could be a young servant. Maybe she isn't really supposed to be there, but she can't stay away. She just had to move closer to witness what was going on. She isn't a child, but when I look at her, I see a childlikeness, slightly timid, but courageously curious, that sense of wonder drawing her in. When I look at her, the words of Jesus in Luke 18 come to mind. "Let the little children come to me, and do not stop them, for it is to such as these that the kingdom of God belongs. Truly I tell you, whoever does not receive the kingdom of God as a little child will never enter it." Childlikeness. I admit I haven't spent a lot of time thinking about what that may mean, but it seems pretty important. For this character, I think it's what moves her forward, wanting to be closer and see more. Perhaps this is a starting point for a deeper meditation. For now, looking at this painting, reflecting on these two observers, I have to ask myself, how do I come near to God? How do I draw closer? Do I come with my expectations of who I want God to be and how I want Him to act? Do I come saying, "Prove yourself"? Or do I lean in? Do I come near saying, "I trust your character. Here I am. I long to move closer"? Do I come saying, "Show me more. Reveal yourself"? What do these two characters say to you? Next time, we'll start to look at the three remaining characters.